everybody to Liberate Me. I'm Anita. So today, in today's episode, we're going to be diving in to what is your sacred geometry creation by soul design activation reading. You get to receive this complimentary if you haven't already. I don't know how long it's going to be complimentary, but it's in the banner in YouTube, also in the description below. Okay, subscribe, like, get notifications. We are about to go wild on this channel to introduce to you the most revolutionary modality out there. My intention is to really bring this to the masses. Please read the description that we've just updated inside of YouTube. Okay, and let's get into this. So, your creation by soul design activation reading is based on your soul design signature. Okay, that is one of a kind, bespoke to you. I will dive into the truth of each of you in your one of a kind, what I call sacred geometry, soul design signature. Okay, I have the soul design IP, intellectual property, soul design preordained, given to me, gift of tapping inside of you. You also have a soul design IP gift, okay, which lives in your sacred geometry. So we're going to be able to tell you what that is. Okay, so it's kind of telepathic. It's kind of like an image reading, if you like. I can see, knowing. It's seeing quantum timelines, seeing negative, false, not self, who you are not in your geometry but installed in you, and it gives the answers on how to transcend that, to activate in who you are here to be. So there's 4 elements in your soul design signature. There are 2 pairs, okay? Your feminine trait signature, your human design signature, your root rune signature, your false trait signature. There are polarities. And you're experiencing what you're experiencing to be utilized. You are not broken. You do not need fixing, okay? And you will have bespoke, what I call activators and channels, which is the knowings in the reading that I will give you, that will give you what you require for your ascension to receive who you are here to be, okay? So this usually takes a few days for me to be with and land it as I download it for you. You can dial into specific areas you want to focus on. And there is a creation by soul design activation call that's accessible. Again, we go deeper into that, into specifics, where I can read what it all means and where to go next. Again, that is complimentary at the moment, okay? I don't know for how long, okay? It is now, so click and you will receive what you are here to receive in a brand new way. And it's really beyond order, okay? So at the moment, you can see what's in the 3D. We can all see that, okay? What you can't see is what is in the 5D. Well, some of us can't see that, okay? And even if you can see into the 5D, it can be difficult for you to see your own 5D, okay? And this is where things like therapy, inner child work, shadow work, all wonderful things, business strategists, coaches will fall short, because if we've got certain elements operating in our sacred geometry, it doesn't matter how much you teach us or how much we know or how much awareness we have, we cannot transcend that, okay? We may leave situations that don't work for us because they're toxic or self-sabotaging, instead of utilizing them for what they're here for. And then we just go around in freaking circles, jumping out of the frying pan into the freaking fire, right? So this is what this is here to stop. And it doesn't matter if you've had a great life, or a terrible upbringing and life. There's degrees. Those degrees of negativity that you may have experienced in your life, where it's highly abusive, or what you think you've had quite a good childhood and quite a good life, what have you got to complain about? Those degrees in the 5D are completely obsolete, okay? So we do not discriminate, right, for that. So what happens is, when you don't have your sacred geometry and you don't have access to that, we operate from logic, we operate from fear, we suppress, okay? We manage our feelings, we try to keep everything under control and calm. And here's why that's relevant, okay? Because when you're asking yourself questions like, why am I attracting this experience? Why am I attracting someone that's really bad? Why am I attracting a narcissist, okay? Why am I temperamental and angry? Why is someone being temperamental and angry with me? Okay, why am I withdrawn? Why is someone else being withdrawn to me? Why am I not seen? Why am I not heard? Why am I pushing away someone that I love? Okay, why am I self-sabotaging? Okay, when I've either dealt with my experiences in my life or I've not had these experiences in my life of why this would be happening to me. Why am I attracting negative situations? Or business or money or career frustrations again. Why do I not have clarity? Why am I freaking confused? And so it doesn't matter about your self-worth, okay? You may have tons of self-worth, or your perception or all the work you put in, without access to your sacred geometry of what you truly are here to receive and what you truly here to desire or better, and understanding what is in the root wound signature, the false rate signature elements, and how to transmute that frequency to receive more of who you're here to be, more of what you're here to enjoy, more to hear what you have. More to receive more of what you're here to have. Okay. It becomes a position that you get in that, as you get older, you become more successful, maybe you become more wise, more awareness than ever on yourself. And you're loving and you have things in your life that are good. But the idea that this overrides the root wound signature and the false trait signature elements in your sacred geometry, that cannot be overridden. They can only be suppressed. Okay, and that's why it feels like something's off, because it is, because they are like an epigenic source, a substance of creation of what you're here to receive, and they're meant to be utilized, okay, to have the money you're here to receive, the wealth, the health, the lifestyle upgrades, okay, and any not seeing that and suppressing it, I mean, if you don't realize you're suppressing it, most don't, okay, just means those kind of vicious cycles continue, or life just stays a bit flatlined. It's like you're flatlined, okay? So you can't receive the full experience and the joy from your sacred soul design signature and what you're here to receive. And that can be exhausting, that can be tiring, that can feel like pushing through life. So it doesn't matter how giving, how loving, how spiritual, how successful, how artistic you have been in the past, this lies beneath, and you can feel it. You can feel there's more for you to receive here and who you're here to be. And you want to evolve. You want to see what it is, okay? And that's because that's the message, and that's okay. So this is what you have to do, okay? We have to see it, feel it, transcend it. Like a removal, but really it's transcending it. Okay, because none of these, the root wound signature, the false trait signature, anything that's negative that you experience means that you're broken. We are designed this way. It's in your geometry to transcend it to the positive and create what it wants to create out of it, and break cycles and bring in the money, the love, the wealth, the health, the lifestyle that you're here to have, which is already in your geometry, right? We're in a world that made that broken, and so we suppress it, so we flatline, okay? So this is really important to understand, okay? Because there's specific bypasses in your sacred geometry design that you don't understand that are even there, right? And it's kind of activating in the reading that you get an energetic surgery to adjust and transmute, like a chiropractor for the soul, okay? To ascend and activate what is here for you to receive in life, okay? So that so-called future that you're desiring is here now for you to receive. We're not here to receive whatever we want, by the way. You're here to receive what is in your soul design signature to receive, your soul design IP mission. And what's beautiful about this is things can do a 180 flip, okay, in love, in relationships, in work, in money, okay, things that seem like there's no hope for that. I'm gonna have to leave that, start again, that's toxic, that person's narcissist, I messed up, I have to do this. Okay, those things can do a 180 flip, okay? Even if it seems unimaginable, because I can pinpoint each element, okay, that is in your full straight signature, in your root wind signature, you're not self, not you, that have been suppressed, that have been forgotten. Therefore, you lose access at that point to your creation, natural forces, and frequency. Okay, now there's some stuff you may already know, some stuff that you may already worked on, things that you're aware of. But in your sacred geometry transcendence, this is very specific, and the surgery hasn't been carried out. Any other modality like mentoring, therapy, all uses a system of bypass, okay? Of either trying to control it or fix it. You are not broken, you do not need fixing or managing, okay? Or maintaining a good state through affirmations or whatever it may be, okay? So I want you really to understand that today, okay? As we bring this in for you, as we bring this in. So when you don't understand the laws of your one-of-a-kind sacred geometry, okay, which is micro to you, and then there's macro source energy as well, okay, around you. We cannot know what is happening there, okay? So I'm very passionate about this, as I want you to get in union, okay, with your sacred geometry, with your soul design, and use it for true transcendence, okay? This is why it's hard to get in unity with your money, with your lover, with your work, with all the things, with your health, because first we have to have unity with yourself, okay, your true self, okay? And I want that to be very tangible for you, okay? And give you literally what is required to step into that, okay? And really, you know, this is about finding your true voice and being freed, okay? So it is truth, and it's here to show you don't require to manipulate your success, to control your success, okay? And there is a lot in the subconscious, okay, in your sacred geometry that you want to know, fact, okay? So where we have a lot of spiritual gurus and things like this, all wonderful, but there's a lot of regurgitation, a lot of business mentors, career mentors, and a lot of impossible standards to reach in love, in self, in business, in career, okay? And there are truths there. I respect that and honor that, but they are half truths, okay? So, you know, it's like saying, oh, well, you've got a problem with your weight, so, you know, stop eating this and go to the gym, obviously, right? But there's a sacred geometry elements that are stopping you from being able to step into that. And actually, when you activate these things from your sacred geometry, you may not even require to push and control in that way to trigger the weight loss, okay? This works for the money you want, the love you want, okay? So this kind of advice, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, that's great, but there's something bigger going on, isn't there, right? That isn't allowing you to step into it that easily, and you are not broken, okay? And if you could, you would. So it's something in the ego, if you like, that gets defensive and wants to switch us off, okay? And that can happen when you're listening to this, you know, and as I'm communicating with you, or any experience that you're having in life. But whenever you are experiencing something like this, it is happening for you and not to you. I will show you what in that darkness, what is the beauty and how to transcend that. So this is not a psychic reading, right? You don't need to do affirmations. You don't need to pray to the moon to be successful in business, in love. Okay, it can be complementary, that's all beautiful, but none of these things do anything in itself. What success comes from is stepping into and activating your sacred geometry, okay? So you don't have to burn sticks or crystals or meditate or look at the planets or really follow strategies and be really consistent like a machine. Nothing wrong with those things, they can be complementary, but the truth is if you can transcend and pinpoint, okay, the full straight signature, the root wind signature in you, and how to transcend that, because all of that stuff is very buried in negative experiences that we feel we've overcome or it doesn't matter. And so it allows you, when you see how to actually utilize that you were never broken, to have those 180 flips and to have those creations, those results and shifts come in very naturally, okay? And instantaneous in some cases, okay? When we're very precise with your sacred geometry, okay? So I would not tell you have a broken arm without looking at it. So it's like an x-ray, okay? So being with anything else doesn't look at the inside of your one-of-a-kind sacred geometry, okay? It's like seeing those thermal colors, the sacred geometry in your soul design, okay? It's like a brain scan, but the brain doesn't tell us enough, okay? We have to look at the whole body geometry to see the areas that require attention. So this is what I zone into. It has bigger impacts when it's adjusted and given the medicine it requires for your health and your life, okay? So that is a quick synopsis, okay, of your sacred geometry signature and the Creation by Soul Design activation reading, okay? There's going to be a series of these videos coming your way now where I'm going to go deeper into it as well. So for now, you can request your complimentary signature. That's your fast track. It's in the link on the banner, I believe, or in the description box. And subscribe, put in your notifications, put in your like, so you get alerts to hear more and more about this, okay? Even if right now it's like, oh my God, I don't know what this woman is talking about. You don't require to see yourself in me to understand this, okay? This is really about understanding yourself, and it's giving yourself the opportunity, giving yourself the chance to step into something that's more revolutionary than usual. You can be a skeptic, you can be all of the things, and that's all good because we want to utilize that for what that's here for. Okay, I love you. Thank you for listening. And be ready with your notifications on to tune in for the next episode. I'll see you soon.